we're going to start to draw a portrait. We're going to learn how to draw each part of the face. The first thing what you need to do is the composition. Like say where we're going to draw the face, for example, right? You have to put some mark on the paper in order to do the judgment. It's a little bit too big. Just for the experiment, why don't we make it a little bit smaller? So you have to think about how big you want it to be, right? You also put everything else that you want to include in this drawing. Like say you want to include the hair, and there will be the hairline, and I believe you can draw this. Anyone can draw this. That's very simple. You need to include those things in. You're thinking about how big the face would be. You draw from the outside to going into the inside. Now I want to include shoulder, of course. The shoulder a little bit higher than the chin. And the neck over here, and then coming to this side. Now I'm going to look at it again. Is that really what I want? It looks like the whole face needs to move to the right side a little bit. Even though you only have a very short time left, you still need to making sure every step is good enough for you to move on. If you don't change it, your drawing is going to stuck with those mistakes, right? Okay, we're going to move it a little bit more to the right side. In that case, I'm going to soften a little bit over here and move it a little bit to the right side. It's very important to make the best judgment. Okay, like that. After you've done this step and make the correction, the next step would be, and you're going to do the proportion. The first thing I'm going to double check on the width compared to the height. It's about right, like this. And also I have many video lessons about how to measure a portrait. So learn the process. I can tell you now, from the hairline to the chin, divide into 3. Exactly 3. But for her, the forehead a little more than from the eyebrows to the nose. For other people, they may be exactly the same proportion. After we've done this part, the 2 eyebrows is 1 horizontal line, and the nose is 1 horizontal line. And then after this, and you can look at, this is the mouth. The mouth, actually, I can divide into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the nose over here is divided into 5. For her, I can divide into 5. Why? Because I see that the line between the upper lip and the lower lip. Between the nose and the upper lip is takes 1, and number 2, and number 3. And then left over is the chin. So the proportion is very, very important and helpful for you to find the feature of someone's face, like that. And then the chin will be here. Under the chin, see a little bit depth, and then can see the reflected light at the bottom over here. And I can see the light side and the shadow side divide the neck into the light side on this side and the shadow side over here. And this you already know how to do it, which is see the shapes. Now I come back over here. The eye usually 1/3 space from the eyebrows to the nose. Now the eye is about here. And the space between the left side of the face and the right side of the face, you can divide into 5 eyes. Roughly 5 eyes. You can see on the edge over here to the corner of the eye, the 1 eye space, and between the 2 eyes, there's a 1 eye space, a double eyelid, like that. So you already know where's the location of the eye. This is very important to find the space between those different parts before you start drawing inside the eyes. Because you don't even know where the eyes are and how you're going to draw the eye in the correct location, right? So it's very important to draw from outside to go into the inside, right? Now this is good. Now I'm going to double check on the outside of the face, like that. That's good. This come out a little bit. Double check of the edge, the shape of the face. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to draw in the eye yet. Now the first thing is very important. After I mark those locations, I need to see the face as an X shape. Her face is rounded, right? Of course you know it's rounded. It's not flat. And the roundedness look like a perfect X shape. Do you know how the X shape look like? Let me draw a little X shape for you. The light coming from this side. There's an X. So when you put the shadow on the face, the whole side over here, a shadow. See that? It's very easy, right? Okay, because her nose is pretty tall, so from here on, you can see it's divided into shadow. And then look at the mouth over here. So I can see the shadows are over here, and the shadows are over here, and the lip over here, a shadow side. And on the chin, also this side is shadow side. Look at the forehead. Shadows are over here, coming over here. And then inside the eye, this area, everybody knows there's an eyeball inside behind the skin. So how are you going to show it? Now we're going to see this side a little bit darker. So now you can see as a sphere shape. A sphere shape look like this. Right? This side is the shadow side, this side is the light side. So, okay, this is a little bit too much. I'm going to erase that like this. So you're going to look at, oh, wait a minute. You erase the eye. No, the first step you need to do is making sure you get the shape correctly. And the right side, it actually is shadow. On the other side, because the whole eye is actually inside the shadow side. So everything is darker, right? And the forehead is this another plane. There's another plane on the other side. So over here can be a little bit darker too. So after you draw this, and now I want to talk about the local color. We already talked about the local color in the last couple classes. Look at the local color of the mouth compared with the skin. The local color on the mouth is actually a little bit darker. Is that right? So we need to make the mouth, make the lip, it's a little bit darker first. Now it's showing the color different, right? Okay, now we can come in to continue to build up the detail. I'm going to take a look at the eyebrows. I know the eyebrows right over here. Like that. And this eyebrows on this side, look at it, like this, coming around. Okay, that's good. The eye over here, double check. I think the eye coming a little bit more toward the left side. Okay, like this, coming in over here, the iris, and right in here. And inside, it has some darker area and a lighter area. The corner over here, I can put a little mark over here and double eyelid. Just a few lines. A little bit dark over here, like that. And then look at the other eye over here. And start over here, a little bit round shape. coming to this side, and look at the eye, the iris. The iris on the left eye and the right eye should be the same size. And double eyelid coming over here, like that. And a bit rounded. Look at the corner of the eye. Look like that. And then a little bit darker color on this side. And then also in here, a little bit darker here too, showing it actually rounded on the, also come back to this side, showing actually it rounded like this. Now we come to the nose. Okay, look at that. The nose, the width is a little bit wider than the space between the two eyes. And then this side's a little bit darker. Now you look at a bit smaller shape now, and the side, and have a little shape over here, and look at the nostril right over here. The nostril right over here, like that. And then look at the mouth again, coming over here, like that, in the corner of the mouth, and a little tongue over here. Okay, that's good. Look at the corner, and come here, touch up the corner. The corner is very sensitive. It's showing the personality of the person. A very kind person, smiling a lot. And now coming over here, and look at this area as a little bit darker than the cheek, the top over here. And I make a little shape over here. Now coming to the bottom, I can see that there's a little darker over here and showing the reflected light underneath. Okay, like that. And then coming to put some hair on the side. Here you go. And you can see that, oh wait a minute, so here's curve. Okay, I'll take care of that later. I just put a few lines over here, and we suggest put here as curve. But you make sure that the head also showing the light, and coming to this side is a little bit darker, right? And then coming over here and then catch the shadow. Let's take a look at the local color of the shirt. It's actually darker than the skin color. Okay, a little bit darker over here, showing it like that. It actually pretty easy to draw a person. And I can spend more time, if you can, and come in to give a little bit more details. And I can see the ear over here. I can give a little suggestion, the location of the ear. And I can make this side a little bit darker like this, a little bit darker like that. And I'm going to spend a few minutes from here. I can make it look very realistic with the details.